And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Just warming back again, and we got ourselves a bit of a continuation. We're going all pro football 2K8. We have the Boston Minutemen who we're going to be up against, and I figured something out. You can click the right knob down and take a look at the offense and defensive side of things to be able to see how well they're doing. More of a pass-based offense. The Boston Minutemen have about 773 yards on the ground rushing. They've got 3 touchdowns. They do run a balanced playbook, but they've got 1,291 yards out of the air and 12 touchdowns passing. So definitely going to be something we're going to have to watch out for here in this one, as the Minutemen are a really tough team. We're going to take a look at the team standings, and after our 2 spectacular wins, we have actually taken the lead, as the Ironmen have fallen down to 3-2 as well. So we've got the top spot in the Central for the moment. Americans leading by a game over the Assassins. The Aces have it over in the Atlantic South, while the Pacific Conference Sharks have a game over the Gunslingers. The Beast and Werewolves are fighting it out in the North, kind of like we are in the Atlantic Central. And then the Legends are dominating the South, as they're leading the Scorpions by a couple of games. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how well that's going. Take a look at the league leaders here. Dan Marino's got the rating that is just pretty much going to be what you need out of a guy like him. He's got the second most yards, though, with 1,513 yards, while Johnny Unitas has got 1,555 yards, and they're doing pretty well, as both of them are fighting for the top spot, while Lynn Dawson and Bobby A. Bear are matching Marino, touchdown for touchdown. Marino with 14, and the rest of them with 12 at the moment, with John Elway and Joe Montana right behind him. Rushing wise, Thurman Thomas is the man. 782 yards rushing in the league, and he's got 9 touchdowns. The only ones behind him, Chuck Foreman, Leroy Kelly, and Tony Kennedy, who have 7 touchdowns, but they're not producing like Thomas is doing, as he is definitely Philadelphia's biggest guy. Receiving wise, glad to say Randy Moss has got the most yards in the league, 520 yards after 5 games. So he's been looking really good. 4 touchdowns, though it's not the most, as Marcus Allen, Lenny Moore, Dwight Clark, and John Jefferson all have 5 touchdowns. So they're doing really well there. Defensively, most tackles goes to Cliff Harris, the free safety. May be a good thing, maybe a bad thing. Most sacks, though, Leroy Selman for the Gunslingers, 9.5 sacks, only trailed by Derek Thomas by a tackle, 8.5. While the most interceptions in the league, Tony Nichols and Rod Woodson are tied with a couple, with a bunch of others right behind them there. Defensively, the only touchdown, Charlie Waters for the Ironmen has got a touchdown on the defensive side of things. And field goal wise, longest kicking field goal, Chris Nedney of the Legends. He's got a 57-yarder, so a big kick for him, as a lot of the kickers are doing pretty well in this one. Most kicks, though, Lou Rosa has got an 8 for 10 on the league. He's got 10 field goal attempts and got 8 of those made, as the former Buckeye, doing what he can. So let's go ahead and get into things. The Boston Minutemen are our next opponents. Let's see what we got. Well, here we go. Boston Minutemen going to be hosting this one, as the Lexington Top Guns come here to Boston, Massachusetts, to see what they can do against them. Wayland Corporate Field, the site for this matchup, as it is going to be a fun one for certain. We had a close game, had to go to overtime, won that one, and then we had a blowout against the Firebirds. We just flat out destroyed them. So we're going to look and see if we can continue things here. Hopefully Dan Salamua and William Perry on the D line will give us some pressure. They got Joe Schmidt and Deacon Jones as well as Marcus Allen and Cliff Harris. Those gold players are going to be doing well. Bobby Hebert is their bronze quarterback, as it's going to be a little tough to see what we can do against them. As hopefully we'll be able to pull out something here. So we're going to see what we can do. We'll call tails on this one. As Randy Moss out there leading our guys, hoping he can do something good for us. We will kick this. They'll take the north side. So here we go. See if our defense can take over. Nate Conway to kick this off, as we have a headwind we are kicking into. As this stadium kind of reminds me a little bit of the Buccaneers with a ship in the background there, but that ship is more of a carrier ship and not a pirate ship, as that gets taken all the way to the 35-yard line. First down, Minutemen. Let's see how well they do here. Bobby Hebert taking the field, as they're going to try and see what they can do on first down. Big package in for them here with two tight ends, as Hebert changing things up here, seeing if he can catch us off guard. And they're going to hand this off. Allen's going to get it. Marcus Allen's going to run around to the left-hand side. He's finally caught by Terry McDaniels, and that'll be 7 yards. Marcus Allen is going to be the guy we have to stop, as they only have Hunter out there as a receiver. Again, with two tight ends. Big I formation set up here, and they will run it again. And that is going to go nowhere. Dan Salamua got through there easily, and that'll be a loss of a couple there. So he's got another tackle for loss on the year. Thankfully able to see that. They look like they want the same package again. Let's give them the same look. How about that? Offset out of this time, strong to the right, as they're going to try to reverse that, and that is going to go nowhere. So their first drive will go 3 and out. They want to give us I formation. We'll give them I formation, except we got 2 wide. Got to try and avoid these star players if we can, as the Minutemen will try and bring it. We'll get a couple of yards there after Barry Sanders breaks the first tackle. Back to pass on this one. Gonna throw that to the left. Willie Gall's got it, and he will bring it back upfield, 3rd and 3, as I did not stop on that route. All right, 3rd and 3 here. Back to pass. Can't get away from it. I was trying to roll out, and that did not work out. So 3 and out for us that time. Akbar Emerson able to get it, as I should have moved away from the pocket there on that one, and I did not. Let's see if we can confuse Bobby Hebert here, as he will actually hand off. And that will be a good carry. 7 yards for Marcus Allen. Only Drayton out there as a possible receiver, but a lot of tight ends in there, as they're going to toss this out. And that is going to go nowhere. Marcus Allen only averaging 2.6 yards a carry so far, as he gets the big yards on first down, and then nothing else happens. And they're actually going to change things up here. That's going to be a good throw out to the left, and Greg Lloyd will get over there and make the stop, but not before getting the first down. First down for either team. So Minutemen able to advance the ball now into Lexington territory, as they had me a little confused on that one. They came up with a different package than what I thought was on the field. Hebert looking to change things up on this play. 44-yard line is the spot of the ball. And they're going to hand off easily there for Marcus Allen. Gets another 7 yards. 2nd and 3. Ball at the 37-yard line. As that is going to be a toss left, and Greg Lloyd over there But that was the assassin. That was Jack Tatum. Tatum was lined up, and he laid out Marcus. He just gave him the business. Man, what a hit. 3rd and 6 now, as they're going to go with a 4 wide receiver set here. Tatum over talking some business to everybody. He wants some action in this game. 3rd and 6 now, as they've got 5 receivers out there, 1 in the tight end slot. As that is going to be back to pass for Bear. Bear's going to throw that, and that's going to be off the hands of his wideout. As Bear is trying to figure out what happened. If I can get some open running room here, it might be a really good one for us. As we'll give this to Sanders. Sanders will cut to the right. He's got a lane, and he's got room for days. All the way out to the Lexington 40, so a 20-yard scamper for Barry Sanders. And that's going to start to generate something, as his speed allowed him to be able to get away from everybody, and that gave him what he needed. Don't want to wear out Barry, though, in this one, but we're going to utilize him as much as possible, as that is going to be in the first quarter. So far, after 1, no score. Top Guns and Minutemen tied at 0. So here we go. The defense trying to get psyched up over there. See if we can get something to get ourselves psyched up here. Back to pass here. Going to find Moss. Can Moss get it? Of course not. That is going to be well defended by the safety. It was Webb. Back to pass here on this one. Oh, Moss is going to be open. Gets past the secondary. And Moss is gone. The safety came down way too early, way too far, and Randy Moss was past him. As the corner came in, safety made a horrible read and just could not get to where the football was, and Randy Moss has got another touchdown on the season. That'll give him 5. 1st and 10 now at the 29-yard line, and Allen's going to get the carry, and he's going to go nowhere. Bear single back, looking to see what he can do this time as he goes to the air, and he's going to go to the air with a good throw as Jack Tatum gets over there in time to stop the receiver before he gets to the marker. So 3rd and 3 now. 3rd and 3 with 2 tight ends to the left, offset eye to the weak side. It said it's going to be a dump off. And he's going to make a good move there, and he will get taken down. They're going to call it a first down. Do we challenge it? Let's see if they give me a replay. Probably not. I will actually let them have this. Don't want to challenge everything, because not everything is worth challenging. Ball's at the 39-yard line, so they're not close to doing anything yet. 1st and 10, Bear offset eye to the weak side. He's going to hand off, as that is going to be a good carry for Allen for 3. As Greg Lloyd and Perry got out there, and Keith Hunter is down. Keith Hunter is not moving, and they're going to have to bring the guys out as he tries to make a block there, and looks like his knee just gave out on him. As that was definitely not good, so they're going to lose a receiver in the process of trying to make something happen here. 2nd and 7. As Bear again offset eye to the weak side. As they're going to hand that off. Allen's going to get a carry, and Greg Lloyd over there with a good tackle. Allen's going to be spread out wide. And they're going to go back to pass on this one. That's going to be thrown. Good little out route. And there's Allen. That is Allen. Marcus Allen on the out route. They love going to their halfbacks out of the backfield like that. as that is a huge little throw and catch as he gets out there on that deep out. Could not make the first tackle, but he was past the marker anyway, so it was a big first down for them. Because you see Bobby A. Bear, he's not had too many passes today, but that last one was a good one, as that is going to be a good handoff, and Allen's going straight up the gut. Jack Tatum meets him, as Tatum now with 4 tackles and 1 for a loss. Offset eye to the right side. Multiple tight ends in there, 3 tight ends, and they're going to give that to Allen. Allen's going to go nowhere. He loses a couple. Good tackle there. Offset eye to the weak side again, 2 tight ends right. As that is going to be a good penetration. William Perry back there for a tackle for loss. He wants in on the action. That has got to be the 4th, 5th, maybe even the 6th tackle for loss by this team so far. We get another big gain here. It might be really beneficial for us. As we'll move one of our guys over a little bit. So if we can get a little confusion here. Sanders will find a hole up the gut and he'll get 5 yards. So that'll be the 2-minute warning. 1:59 exactly on the clock. 2nd and 5 now. It's Cunningham. 149.3 rating. 64 yards and a pass touchdown. As basically that was all Randy Moss in that one. As we're going to fake the handoff there. Randy's got a chance here. As he goes to slide for the football, he can't reel it in. And you see Keith Hunter, the results of him. He's got a broken kneecap. He is going to be done for the season. Go. And back to pass on this one. Randy Moss has got a step there. He's got a catch and he's got the first down. Good job by Randy on that one as he found the opening, and that was all he needed. Gonna go back to pass on this one. Looking for Willie Galt. He's gonna get this one. That's gonna be a good catch and a good gain there. 1st and 10 now. So we'll try one more play here on this. We'll run this to Barry Sanders. Sanders is going to get tackled. Good tackle. Bailey in on that one. That was a really good one. Back to pass here on this. Going to fire that over the middle. That's a deep post for the tight end. He's got it. As Randall Cunningham's got a rating of 153.3 today. We call timeout. 59 seconds left. As Paul Wooden, our coach, is definitely happy about the results of this game so far as we are moving the football. Trying to see what we can do this time. See if we can get the weak counter trap to work out. Yeah, it's going to go run this one right. Barry Sanders will break 1 tackle. He'll break another tackle. And Barry is running hard. See what we got this time here. Barry's open in the backfield there. But he can't get away from that. That's going to be no good that time. We'll just have to try and go with something else here. Back to pass on that. Oh, could have a wide open receiver and no. Back to pass here. Oh, Alvin Harper is wide open. Touchdown. As that was a huge 83-yard drive downfield. And that is going to be all we need, as Alvin Harper was by himself on the right-hand side. Touchdown, Top Guns. And here we go. Big kick there for Conway. That's going to go deep. All the way down the 3-yard line thanks to the wind. As that is going to be a spin move. He's going to break free. As the kicker can't get him. Oh, he could be gone. This is going to be a kick return touchdown. And so they negate the last score. Huge run there as our defensive special teams could not do anything. Cliff Harris finds his way through the middle. The kicker couldn't get him. And we just couldn't catch him. That's all she wrote for that one. That is going to be halftime as well. After the extra point, we'll get to the halftime show. As that was an amazing return there. As that is the only offense that this team has had so far, was that score right there. The kick up in and good. And now Boston going to head to halftime with a little momentum. Top Guns lead at 14-7 after one half of football, as Coach Wooden's going to have to talk about his special teams play on that last one, because we should have had a big lead, but we don't now. 170 yards for the Top Guns, only 49 for the Minutemen. They've had the time of possession, but not the points up until that last play. Barry Sanders, 39 yards rushing today, as Allen has only got less than 20. 19 yards total rushing for the Minutemen so far. As you see that big pass to Randy Moss, that opened things up, as that was a huge little play from Randall Cunningham. 131 yards in the air, 2 touchdowns. Bobby Bears only got 30 yards in the air today, so Bear is not doing good at all, as Randall Cunningham also finding Alvin Harper on that right-hand side to score that touchdown. And then you see the big return there, as that was just amazing. A nice little return for a touchdown there, as it's just been really, really good. Clint Harris with a huge day, as he's got 4 tackles, and then that kick return for a touchdown. And that's how the half ended. Now the Minutemen got to give the ball back to the Top Guns and see if they can do something defensively. Let's see what we got this time. Willie Galt back there to return this. This will be his first opportunity today to try and return a kick, as that is going to be a big one. Galt grabs it about the 2-yard line. And we're going to have a bit of a return here. Willie Galt's got some room. He gets all the way out to the 36-yard line. Not bad there. So, hey, Willie Galt going to give us some room. Nice job there. So that'll give us first down and 10 now. All right, first down now. As that will be a good run up the gut. Barry Sanders has got some room. He'll get close to the marker for a first down, as Sanders will get the handoff. He's going to get up the gut. He'll get just enough as he gets taken down by the nose tackle. Back to pass on this one. Going to throw that toward Galt. Galt's going to have it, and he'll get taken down after a 9-yard gain. Try to move Willie Galt over here, see if we can get some room there for Barry. Barry's going to get the catch there. We'll cut back. We'll get another block, and Barry's going to find some room. Tries to shake the last tackler, but couldn't do it. I believe that might have been Cliff Harris that came over and made that tackle, as that would be 5 for him, as Barry Sanders, with a huge run, catches that out of the backfield, shakes the first guy, and is able to run behind his block to get another setup there. See how well things go here. Barry Sanders, 50 yards out of 7 carries. So far, so good for him. So we'll hand that one off to Barry. He'll get nothing out of it. Back to pass on this one. Gonna look for Moss. Moss has got another catch, and he's all the way down to the 1-yard line. Randy Moss finding the opening in the secondary, as we will run the draw play, and he's got nothing but daylight in front of him. Barry Sanders with a rushing touchdown. There we go. Ran the draw play there. If you can catch the defense sleeping like that, it can make for a really good gain, especially 5 yards. One tight end in there, two tight ends in there, as they're going to hand that off to Allen. Allen's going to get a good juke there, and he's going to get taken down from behind, but not before getting the first down. 31 yards today on 14 carries, so barely over 2 yards a carry, as he spun moved Jack Tatum and then finally got drugged down from behind there, but not after getting a good carry for about 12. They are not abandoning the run, and that is a good thing. 46-yard line, where they're at now. See what they do is they're going to give that one hand off, and Allen's going to go up the gut. He's going to get past midfield. 49-yard line of Lexington. So 5 yards on that carry. Another big package in there. Nobody in the backfield, but they will throw this, and that's going to be caught. As that is going to be a toss right out to Allen. Allen's going to find some room there. He'll get about 11 or 12, as Allen now has 43 yards on the day. He's ran the ball more times than Barry Sanders, so his average is lower, but his yards are about the same, as Jack Tatum had to come up and make the tackle on that one. 1st and 10, the 37-yard line, as they're getting close to making something happen, and there's Dan Salamua, who got in the backfield and made that tackle for loss. He's got a couple today, as they will give this again to their reliable back, Marcus Allen. He'll get a couple there, but that's all he got. Good tackle there by Fleming. Pretty much what I was looking to call there anyway. 3rd and 12 as Bear goes back to pass. He'll throw that over the middle, and Jack Tatum meets the receiver well after the marker. First down, as Tatum has been everywhere today. 7 tackles, one of those for loss, as Jay Sanders made the catch. As I thought about running the two-man in that situation, but I thought zone might be a little better, but Bear broke the zone. And that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. Lexington Top Guns lead the Boston Minutemen 21-7, but the Minutemen are closing in on the goal line. So they're going to see what they can do in this one. Let's switch things up. Let's give them a one-sided blitz here. See if we can blitz the weak side and cause a panic in the backfield. Last little bit of football in this game, as that is going to be a dump off, and Allen's going to meet a couple of guys there. That's going to be a yard gain only. 2nd and 9 now, as Bear calling signals, as he will toss this out, and that is going nowhere, as Bear's got an empty backfield. So 5 guys could be potentially there to make something happen. As that is going to be a catch. They're going to call that inbounds, but I don't know. It's still short of the marker. So make it 4th and 1. As they look like they're going for this here. In that case, let's challenge the catch. How about it? Go ahead and challenge the catch. That way, if it's not a catch, then they've got a lot worse situation now to go for. The 21-7, as the Boston fan base is not happy with the fact that we're challenging this. As you see, Marcus Allen goes again for that out route. And looked like he might have had it, might not have had it. We'll see. So it was going to be a good catch. We'll get timeout used up here. So definitely got to see what's going to be the best option here. They are going to go for the field goal. Wanted to make sure on this one, so them going for the field goal is still going to keep them down by 2 possessions. As that is going to be up, in, and good. Great kick there. As that will put them now within 11. Still 2 scores down, but a couple of touchdowns will give them the lead. Shenard Christie able to put that one between the poles. That's what you're supposed to do. And here's the first play of the new drive. 3-yard gain there by Sanders as he's averaging 5 a carry. As we'll move Harper in motion. They're playing deep right now, so see what we can do with this. We'll dump this off to Sanders. Sanders will make a great catch there, and that is going to be a good one. So first down there as he gets tackled out of bounds. Let's just get the clock started again. That'll be a handoff to Barry. Barry will get a couple, not bad. Go back to pass on this one. Throw that one toward Randy Moss, and that is intercepted. And completely whiff on that one. Intercepted. He has had a big day today. Cliff is playing some football today. Cliff Harris steps in front of that one. Tried to find Randy Moss over the middle, and I tested the wrong guy. 4:23 left in the game. As Bear goes back to pass, he'll dump this off. And that'll be out of bounds. 3-yard gain as Marcus Allen gets another involvement here. 3-yard catch. As Bear goes back to pass, he'll throw this one, and Collier can't get the play. Tatum's going to make the tackle, and that's going to be inside the 5. As time ticking down now, 4 minutes left in the game. As Bear goes back to pass, he's looking over the middle. That is a touchdown, and they are within 1 score now. 16 points on the board as Jensen got it wide open on that one. Trevor Jensen with the catch as he was wide open in the middle. Could not pressure the quarterback enough, and that was it. And they're going to go for 2 here. And they're going to try up the gut. And that is going to be Marcus Allen able to get around the left side. And he's got it. Now they're within a field goal. 21-18 as Boston trying to make a comeback. Now might be a good time to put in some play action. See if we can make something happen on the foolery here as Sanders will get around the left-hand side. He's going to make some room as he gets way out there, all the way out to the Boston 45-yard line as Willie Galt made a huge return that time. And had some really good blocking and was able to outrun the rest of the guys. I'll hand that off, and Barry's going to get taken down the backfield there. Back to pass on this one, rolling out. Got to throw that quickly and can't do it. Oh, taken down. 3rd and 26 now. That's going to be intercepted. Oh. I don't know what my sticks were doing that time. As Bear goes for the handoff. And he is going to get a couple there. Back to pass here for Bear. Bear's got to throw that one quickly, and that is in and out of the hands there. Romo disrupted that one. As that is incomplete. 3rd down now. Kevin Morton intended for that reception. And that one just off his hands. As Bear back to pass. We've not really had a lot of pressure today. As Allen's going to get that. And he's going to step out of bounds shy of the marker. As that is going to be a tossed And that is going to be nowhere near the line. That could have done it. As they go for the pitch to the right, but too much penetration in the backfield, and they don't even get to midfield again. As Sanders now, you see his numbers, he's got 50 yards on the day. We'll definitely be trying to see if we can kill some clock here. Sanders will get 8 yards out of that, and they'll call timeout. And there's going to be a good handoff. Sanders will get it, and he's going to get the first down. Boston calls a timeout, but everything's moot now. Ball at the 40, as that's a good handoff. Sanders will get a few yards there, 2nd and 7, and that's the last timeout for Boston. As Sanders will get the handoff, and he's going to go a yard upfield. That is it. Should be a very routine play if everything goes right with the line. We'll hike it the last second here. Back to pass on this one. Go dump that off to Sanders. Sanders has got it. He's got room and the first down, and that is it. Top Guns win another one, so 3 in a row. We've got a win streak going, people. 21-18. Top Guns beat the Minutemen here in Boston, as this was a very closely contested match here at the end, as Bobby A. Bear and Marcus Allen tried to get back what they didn't have in the first half. 2 turnovers for the Top Guns nearly cost us, as Marcus Allen ends the day 42 yards rushing, but he was also a good part of the pass game, as Tatum with 8 tackles and Naol actually with 5 tackles for us, as you see the rushing touchdown by Sanders. Deacon Jones with a sack, Emerson with a half sack today, as Boston was in our backfield a little too much. As A. Bear is going to finish the day 116 yards and a touchdown. You see Christie's field goal on the stat there. As you see some of the highlights from the second half, there's one of the interceptions there by Cliff Harris, as he stepped in front of that one. Randy Moss will end the day with 101 yards and a touchdown. So I believe that's his 3rd game in a row with over 100 yards, as you see that beautiful pass there that had it not been for Jack Tatum, would have been all the way into the end zone, as Tatum with 8 tackles today. He was all over the field, as you see the other interception there. As we'll get to the stats here on this one, as this was a really good game. Randall Cunningham, 110.5 rating, 12 completions out of 17 passes for 70%, 204 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Bobby A. Bear with a touchdown, 125 rating, as he had 12 for 14 on the day, 85%. So really great numbers for both quarterbacks, as we couldn't really pressure A. Bear as much as we wanted to. Marcus Allen, 21 attempts, 42 yards, as he averaged 2 a carry. Barry Sanders, though, 17 for 66. He also got a touchdown, so it definitely helped out there as well. Marcus Allen was the big target out of the backfield. 7 catches out of 8 targets, 80 yards. No touchdowns, though, for him, as Barry Sanders had 4 for 33. Randy Moss, 3 for 101 yards and a touchdown. Willie Gault had 3 for 29. Jensen had 2 for 10 and a touchdown, while Alvin Harper had a single catch for 19 yards and a touchdown. Gibbs, Drayton, Hunter, and Sanders also had a catch as well for the rest of the stats there on that one. As for tackles in the game, Jack Tatum all over the place, 8 tackles and 1 assisted. Jabari Naol with 5 tackles. Harris had 3 assisted with 4 tackles. Smith also with 4 and 3. Huff, 4 tackles, 2 assists. He had a half a sack. And a lot of good stats. Terry McDaniel with 3 tackles on the day with 2 assisted. Lloyd with 3 tackles, 1 assisted. Romo 3 and 3. Salamua with a couple of tackles on the day. Gaylor with a couple of. Flemings as well as Bynum, Jones, Emerson, and Williams with a couple of tackles as well. As Emerson also with a half a sack there on the day. And then even Randy Moss gets a tackle in this game as everybody had one there. Christie able to hit his one field goal in this one, 31-yarder, and that one was good. So really, really good day today as Clint Harris also with a kick return touchdown as he was able to return 164 yards worth of kick returns today. Just a huge day for him as that kick return for a touchdown was a 99-yarder. And ladies and gentlemen, game 2 of this one, New York Knights are going to be the next opponent. So week 6 and 7, this is going to be a fun one. Again, we got ourselves a win streak going as we basically flip-flopped the first 4 weeks. We lost, and then won. But then after facing the Firebirds and the Minutemen, we crushed the Firebirds and have another close matchup with the Minutemen. So let's take a look at the Knights here as we have 980 yards on the offensive side of things when it comes to rushing as they run the ball a lot. 7 touchdowns as they've got guys like Tom Rathman, Rocket Ishmael out there at the receiver spot. Gianni Unitas is out there at quarterback as they've got just a lot of good players out there. On the passing side of things, 1,863 yards with 15 touchdowns. So Unitas is definitely going to be throwing the football quite a bit. As thankfully their defense looks like it could be exploited a little bit. So we're definitely going to have to see how things are going. Since I did stats the last time, we will actually look and see how things are doing for our guys right now. Randall Cunningham, 105.9 rating. He's got 1,191 yards, which is not the best in the league, but he's doing pretty good. And Sanders, 432 yards on the season so far with 7 touchdowns. Randy Moss, 621 yards with 5 touchdowns, as long as the 78-yarder that he had a few weeks back. Then tackle-wise, Greg Lloyd has got a lot of tackles. He's got 26 tackles. Jack Tatum, though, 24 and 7 assisted. Most interceptions on the team, Jack Tatum and Waswa Edmonds each have 1. As we take a look at her sacks real quick before I forget, Dan Salamua has got 4, William Perry 3, as Ronaldo Gaylor has got a couple, and then Jabari Nail and Howard Flemings each with a sack as well. As Conway has missed 3 field goals out of the 8 that we've had, but his longest was a 46-yarder, so not too bad. As Pete Ellis has been pretty decent at doing our kicking today. So let's see how well things go in this matchup as we take on the New York Knights. And that matchup is going to be a very interesting one as it's the first of the week here. So pretty balanced team on both sides. So we'll definitely have to see how this goes. We will see you on the field. Another road game for us. So a dreary, rainy day here as we're going to be looking to see if we can make something happen against the New York Knights. Heritage Field here in New York, New York. Lexington Top Guns looking to see if they can get another win on the road as we've gotten one already. Let's see if we can get another one. Randy Moss and Barry Sanders leading us off here with Randall Cunningham, Greg Lloyd, Jack Tatum. And a lot of our cast has just been making some moves today. Johnny Unitas and Walter Payton, the 2 big dogs we got to watch out for, as it is going to be a tough one. We have definitely got to make sure that we also look out for Tom Rathman coming out of the backfield, as that fullback is probably one of the better fullbacks in the game and one of the best fullbacks to play the game, as the Knights will be looking to see if they can get a win here at home. As we call tails in this one, we will get it. We'll kick off. Why not? So let's see how well the weather's going to be in this one. Let's see how well it's going to affect things as we kick things off. And this one is underway. So, big return there to the left-hand side. He'll get past the 40, and that'll be the 41-yard line. First down for the Knights as they're starting things off pretty good. So one thing I'll have to definitely look out for is their balance of run and pass here, as they have got Sweetness back there. And they've got Rathman the lead block, so we're not going to be looking to stop much there, as that is going to be a good penetration by the line. Dan Salamua and Ken Norton Jr. back there to make that happen. And a big statement on that one as he came to the line. Salamua opened things up as they go offset I strong to the right. As Unitas will toss this out. Sweetness will find a hole. And he'll get a couple of those yards back, but not all of them. Greg Lloyd made the stop. They've got Holt, Files, Taloya, and Peyton out there far left as they're going to throw that one. That is caught by Lane, intercepted. Lane got in front of that one. Tried to hit Files, but just missed him. Kevin Lane. Don't really say his name much at all, but he actually was covering his man very well, and that is going to be an interception. One of our few that we've had this season. But that's exactly why I built this team to be anti-pass like that. Coverage safeties and coverage corners. As Cunningham will start things off with a handoff to Barry Sanders, who will break one tackle. And that'll be 5 yards, so we got to utilize Barry Sanders as much as possible in this game. Back to pass here. Randy Moss is not going to be able to get past his guy, so it'll make it third down. Back to pass here. Barry's going to get a little bit of room here, as he's not going to be able to get past the line of scrimmage anyway, so that's going to be 4th down. So now we're going to have to punt this thing. Big package here with 2 tight ends, single back, and Unitas will throw that one. He's going to dump that off, as that is going to be Walter Payton getting that, and it's a 1st down. And they will hand this off. Walter Payton up the gut, and he's going to get 7 yards that time. Strong offset eye to that left side. And Peyton's going to get close to the marker, but not quite there. 3.6 yards carry so far. Ball just past the 40. They're going to go back to pass here on this one, and Unitas is going to run out of time, as that is a sack. Jack Tatum was back there, as Jack Tatum found the quarterback as he just did everything he could and brought him down. That is going to be a sack for him. Jack Tatum, he is just making things happen in today's recording. He really is. He had like 8 tackles in the last one with a few assisted. And here we go. Big kick there. That one's going to go a good distance, and Harper might not get a return, as that is going to be down the 28-yard line. And Sanders will get the handoff, and he's going to slip one tackle and get hung up behind the blocker. 2 yards, though. Back to pass there. Going to launch this for Moss. Let's see if Moss has got it. He does have it. And he's going to get dragged down there. Big throw for Randy Moss, as Randy Moss was one-on-one, and you don't leave Randy Moss one-on-one. Too bad Randy Moss doesn't have that little quirk where he throws his hand up like that. All right, going to go back to pass on this one. Cunningham's going to look. Going to fire this over the middle. And Gibbs has got a catch. The tight end over the middle, as that was a good deep post, and he found the empty spot in the zone. As we'll just watch Barry get a run here. Barry's going to do what he can, but that'll be a yard. That's it. Now back to pass on this one. Oh, and Randall Cunningham's going down quickly. Back to pass on this one. Cunningham's going to throw that, and that's going to be well defended there. As that is going to be straight down the middle, up in and good. Nate Conway with a great kick, and that'll put Lexington on the board. 3-0 now. 1st and 10, 28-yard line. Unitas is going to pitch it out to Payton. Payton's going to break one tackle, but he can't get past everybody. As Jack Tatum stepped up and made another tackle. He's showing up again. 3 tackles, 2 of those for loss, as he has 1 sack now and 1 regular tackle for a loss. As they got 2 tight ends in. Back to pass, and that is going to be Unitas avoiding a sack. But he can't get it out to his receiver. Tried to hit Fios, but missed him by a few yards. 3rd and 11, empty backfield. Unitas goes back. He'll throw this one in. That is incomplete. I don't know if Collier got a deflection or the receiver dropped it. That was going for Payton. But I guess the rain caused an issue. Something happened. As we'll hand this off to Barry. Barry's going to find room up the gut, and he's going to get a good block there. Barry Sanders is on the move, and he is nothing but scoring. Touchdown. 1 play, and Barry Sanders got nothing but open room, open field, green grass, a little soggy grass, but he got it. As linebacker could not make the stop. Tried to dive for his feet, but just couldn't get him. Barry Sanders, about a 59-yard run there for a touchdown. 5:39 left in the half, as it's been one-sided. Not really too much other than the big run there. Action-wise, as Walter Payton is going to find trouble getting back to the line of scrimmage, as Ken Norton Jr. and some others like Naol were back there. So Peyton Holt, Fios Taylor out there, as he's going to go back to pass. He's going to find a receiver over the middle, and Unitas nearly got decapitated as William Perry was back there harassing him, and every time he's been harassed, he's not had success. Defense is definitely looking really good right now as Unitas goes back to pass. He'll throw that one deep, and then that is going to be incomplete. Lane was over there. I don't know if he made the play, but no catch was made as Fios misses another opportunity. Kevin Lane was over there. As, yes, he did get a hand on it. Great play by Lane, as he made a great defensive stop, and that is going to be a 3-and-out for New York again as Alvin Harper goes back to try and return this one. This drive should be a good one if they continue playing ball like they've been playing, and Sanders will get a carry here. He'll get out wide to the left. He'll get 3 yards out of it. Good pursuit by the defense as Sanders now with 70 yards. I want to try and keep momentum here. That is going to be a good penetration by the defense, as that is going to prevent anything from happening there. Back to pass here on this one. Going to throw that to Moss. Moss has got it, and he's going to streak down the sideline for a little bit. 1st down. Bought the 39-yard line, as they were not covering Moss as well as they should have. Randall Cunningham found his guy and immediately got there to him. He didn't need to do much more than a 2-step drop there in the 3-2-5, as that's going to be a draw play, and Sanders will get hit. Good tackle by the middle linebacker as he stopped him. They go back to pass on this one. Gonna throw that one toward Moss. Moss has got us. He makes an adjustment and stays in bounds. There's a flag down though, so let's see what this is. And that's gonna be clipping on Lexington, so that's gonna back us up. As you see, the right guard was trying to do something, and he did something completely wrong, as there was nobody coming at him. Back to pass here. Got to throw that one. Tried to go for Moss, and that one nearly intercepted. Back to pass here for Cunningham. He's going to fire this one deep. That is Willie Goggs, unable to get the wet football, and he just could not reel it in. Oh, he was wide open, and he could have been gone, but just couldn't do it. So 4th and 30, just unable to make that happen after the penalties. Johnny Unitas getting back out there. The rainy weather has definitely caused some problems today. 1st and 10, and they will toss this out to the left, and Sweetness himself will get a yard. Walter Payton's had trouble today as there's a man down. It is Howard Flemings, our pretty reliable defensive end, and I hope he is okay. As Jones is in there now for the injured Flemings, as that is going to be a good handoff, and Walter Payton weaving through traffic. It's 7 yards. 3rd and 2 now. And Unitas will go back to pass. He'll dump that off to the right. And Edmonds and company will make the tackle. So about a minute left. 1st down, though. As that was Rahib Ishmael. Rocket, as he was called. Definitely made some big plays back in his day. 2 tight end set, 2 wideouts. As Unitas will go back to pass. He'll throw that over the middle, and Greg Lloyd was in front of one. If he had realized it, he might have had a snag. 2nd down now. Ball at the 23-yard line. And they're going to toss that out right. And there's going to be nailed with a good tackle on the legendary Walter Payton. 22 yards on the day, as he has not had much at all. 3rd and 12 now, as they are going to have to try and throw this, and they will attempt it. The Top Guns to get the ball back, but they're going to try one more. As Unitas will go back, he'll throw this one deep, and that is knocked down, incomplete, and that'll make it 4th and 12, as New York has had trouble doing anything with the football. Smartest thing here would just be to let the football go, as the kicker slipped. The kicker slipped on that punt. That was funny. And that is going to be a very short kick, but it really does not matter, as that is halftime. So the Lexington Top Guns leading the New York Knights 10-0 after 1 half of football. It's been a rough start for the Knights as we check out the stats here at the halftime show. 150 yards for the Top Guns, only 28 for the Knights. They've had 22 yards rushing, only 6 yards passing, as it's been very rough for them. Barry Sanders, 67 yards and a touchdown today, as he made a really big play. You see the interception there by Kevin Lane as he got in front of it, as Chavis and Tatum with about a sack and a half combined between them. Cunningham with 83 yards passing. Unitas only with 6, as he's only completed 1 pass. Then you say Nate Camway has got a huge field goal there, gave us 3 points early, and then Barry Sanders with that huge run give us the other 7. As it's been a really big day for Lexington. Haven't really had a lot of offense, but what has happened has worked. So back in the Big Apple, as you see a huge apple there behind the scoreboard. Really, really good stadiums in this game. I do like the fact that they had such creativity with a lot of these stadiums. I love even some of the defaulted ones look really good, but there's another slip as the kicker goes to the ground. It's going to be a bit of a return here, as there's a juke as players are slipping all over the place in this game as we get out to Lexington 38, made a move there and was able to cause a bit of a problem. Now we just got to continue the offensive side of things. So Randall Cunningham under center. And going to hike this one. Sanders will get the ball. He's going to find a hole. And he'll get 7 yards on that one. Taken down. As Sanders now with 74 yards total. The 54-yarder was the one that gave us the big lead that we've got right now. As Luke will move out to the side there and Sanders will get the toss. Sanders will get just enough of the first down, getting about 3, maybe 4. I'll fire that one toward Moss, and that's going to be a little too late there. As this will be another big handoff for Sanders, but he's going to get jammed up. Can't get past the line. He'll go back to pass on this one. I'm going to try and look for Moss there. Moss has got it, but he might be out of bounds. That's his third reception as he's been thrown to 7 times. As Leon Lett, you see, was getting right there. And they're going to challenge that one. I knew that was going to happen. Probably not a catch. We take a look at this one. Cunningham back to pass and fired that one toward Moss, but Moss was a little too far out of bounds, so that one unable to get both feet in there. So incomplete. Paul Wooden is not happy, but the Knights coaches are. So 4th and 10. We'll have to punt this one, but not really too concerned about it. A little sad about the drive not working out so well, but hey, can't get every drive to work. As we'll kick this one. This one's going to be a bit of a short kick, and we'll just kneel it down 22-yard line. As Ellis tried his best, but just could not get a good kick out of it. The rain has caused way too much trouble today. So here we go. New York 22-yard line, 1st and 10. See what Unitas has got set up here. I formation, and Unitas will throw that short, and McDaniel. Oh, he wanted that football. As you see, Howard Flemings has got a torn Achilles. He is out for 11 weeks. So, yet that is another guy that got hurt during one of our games that is going to be out for a long time. And they're going to try to hand that off. Payton's got it, and he's not going to get past Jack Tatum. Jack Tatum there again as he makes the tackle after a couple of yard gain. 3rd down. As he will look to throw here. He's going to throw this one. That is going to be knocked down. Incomplete. And they're going to have to punt it again. Jack Tatum over there in the vicinity as he looked to try and run away with that one, but he just couldn't get his hands around it. With our usual I formation dive here. We'll give that to Barry. Barry's going to find a hole, and he's going to get clobbered. 7-yard gain. As Barry Sanders got past what he needed to. He's been doing what he can while he can. And we'll toss this one out to Barry. Barry's going to get some room, and he'll get back to the line. That's it. I am so tempted to launch this thing. Back to pass here on this one. Going to launch that towards Moss. Moss has got it. And he has got another big catch. As we'll give this to Barry. Barry's going to get taken down. As that is a huge tackle there. Leon Lett was in front of him. Back to pass on this one. Oh, could not find it. That is Lett again. Leon Lett back there in our backfield, he's probably trying to set up a tent as much as he's back there. No, back to pass on this one. Oh, and he's back there again. No, somebody was, but it wasn't Lett. That is a sack. See if we can get this kick, though, as this kick will be up, in, and good. Beautiful kick there, Nate Conway. I'm thinking of my guy that got hurt there, as Conway put that one up. He's got to try and see if he can find somebody, as that's going to be a good dump off as Walter Payton. He's going to juke me out of my shorts. And I'm not even wearing shorts. Good night. What a good move by Payton as he put the spin cycle on everybody. Watch this. Payton's going to get the catch. Spins on one, spins on two. Tried to spin a third and got it. And then finally taken down. 8-yard gain on that pass. 39-yard line for the Knights. As they're going to toss that out. And Greg Lloyd back in the backfield. That is a 3-yard loss and a tackle for loss for Greg. Good play by him as that linebacker just found the man and he denied him any kind of real estate. That is going to be the end of the third quarter. Top Guns lead it 13-0 over the Knights. Not over yet, though. 3rd and 5. They're going to see if they can do something here. They have got to make something happen. They have had almost no offense all game, as they've got two receivers out to the left. United's back to pass. He'll dump it off, and that is going to go nowhere. 4th down. As Greg Lloyd was over there again, I believe Terry McDaniel was over there with him and helped make that tackle. As coach is now in Sweetness's face, and they're going to punt this. I wouldn't get on to my halfback there, because he made everything happen as well as he could. They just couldn't execute as much as they needed to in that play. As that is Harper going to get a chance for a return. He's going to get a small return. A little better than what we normally get out to the 34-yard line. We almost had something break there, as Alvin Harper was able to get past a few guys and get upfield. Cunningham going to go back to pass here. Going to try to screen that to Barry, but waited about a half second too late. Leon Lett back there again. Leon Lett has decided he wanted to camp in our backfield. He's been back there ever since a few plays ago. Back to pass here on this one. Going to throw that left and over the center to Husak. That's his first catch. And they're saying 3rd and inches. Come on. That has got to be a first down. They call that one short. That spot is suspect. New York referees apparently. As that is going to be wide open for Barry Sanders. He's got that. That is a first down past the logo. As Barry Sanders just made sure we got all of that one and then some. Back to pass here for Cunningham. Go throw that over the middle, and that is swatted. Good play by the linebacker, as he was a little further back than I thought he was, and that caused problems. As we're going to roll out on this one, and we're going to have to throw that. A little awkward on that pass. All right, get a fake the handoff there. Randy Moss could be open, and he is. He's got it. Touchdown, Randy Moss. The flea flicker has worked. The safety could not make the adjustment. Cunningham bombs that thing downfield, and that is a score. Randy Moss with a touchdown catch, and he just gets another one. So here we go. Last big attempt here for them. If they don't get anything here, this will be the game. Empty backfield, and they're going to throw that one. That one is in and out of the hands. I believe he had that one. Is Ishmael in the tight end spot there, trying to see if he can open something up here for his quarterback, and that's going to be a good throw to the left, and that is going to be Walter Payton breaking the tackle. Jack Tatum on the tackle there, as Unitas now has got 49 yards thanks to that one. Walter Payton able to spin move out of it, as Terry McDaniel tried to go for the interception but was behind him, and Payton able to make that happen. So the Knights are finally getting something going here. Back to pass here for Unitas. He's going to throw that one. That is a good catch. And they'll catch that one at the 21. That's going to be a first down. Back to pass here. Unitas looking again. He's going to throw that one, and Edmonds in front of it. Waswa Edmonds with a really good play there as he jumped all over that football. As you see here again by the replay, he was in the zone and he reached up and knocked it down. 2nd and 10, ball at the 21 now. 4:22 left in the game. Unitas trying to get some points on the board here, and that is a good catch. And that is going to be Fios inside the 5 to the 3, as Pete Fios with a nice little corner route tried to hit him in the end zone, but he was just a little shy there. And they go back to pass here on this one. Going to throw that over the middle, and that is going to be caught for a touchdown. Did he get his feet in there? Let's see a replay as they shoot off the fireworks. I'm hoping it's a little premature, as Johnny Unitas looked for his guy, and he found him in the back of the end zone. I don't know. That one's a little iffy. Let's actually challenge that and see. If we don't get it, oh well. If we do, then it makes them try it again. Why not? So what you're looking for, obviously, is 2 feet inbounds or 1 knee, as he was trying to see if he could drag it, as possibly had that, but I want to make sure. It is a touchdown, and Morgan Rudolph is happy about that one, coach for the Knights. And this is going to be a good catch there. Johnston's got it. And they tried the onside kick, but didn't work out. 42-yard line for Lexington, and it's going to be an easy handoff and grab for Sanders, 2 yards. And if we don't get the first down here, we'll just try it again later. As that is going to be a good handoff to Barry. He'll get a couple. 3rd and 5 now. And we're going to go back to pass on this one. Going to throw that to the left. Willie Galt's got it, and he's going to be taken down. And was that inbounds or not? Probably not, so we'll just run the ball to get the clock running again. And Cunningham will hand that off. That's a couple more yards for Barry. Going to fake that. Moss could be open. He's got the catch inside the 5. 1st and goal. Look at Randy go. And we're going to hand this off to Barry. Barry's going to get it, and he's got all day. Touchdown, Barry Sanders. So we just put our 7 points back up on the board as Barry Sanders finds the lane and gets into the end zone for the touchdown. As it's been a good day for him today. The extra point now for Nate Conway. Got to see about trying to hold them for another couple of minutes. Excuse me. As Conway will kick this one. That is going to be blocked. As the line broke down, and that's a blocked kick. Extra point is no good. So 26-7 as Conway sits and thinks about that one for a second. So Unitas back there, empty backfield, and he's going to go back to pass here. He's going to throw that over the middle. That is caught, and that'll get him a good gain there. 2nd and 5. Back to pass here. As he is going to go down. Unitas is sacked, and that's the 2-minute warning. Backed up all the way to the New York 38-yard line. It is 3rd and 12 now. Unitas got ran over by the defensive end. Back to pass here on this one. He'll throw that one to the right, and that is incomplete. Tried to hit Pete Pios again. Back to pass here on this one. As that is going to be a short drop, and it's going to be nowhere near the marker. Ken Norton Jr. with a tackle. And a 5-yard gain is not enough as Ken Norton Jr. found the guy with the ball and laid into him. The Lexington Top Guns come into this one and they win it big time, 26-7. Pretty much humbling the New York Knights in their chance at trying to make something happen with their season. As the last few seconds tick off the clock, New York can wash away their worries of this game. Top Guns beat the Knights 26-7. A one-sided affair, and we've been having one or two of those every so often. As we check out the post-game show, take a look at the numbers. 351 total yards of offense for the Top Guns, 119 yards for the Knights. We've had more rushing yards than they had total. As you see, Cunningham back to pass there on one of his many plays, hitting Moss there on that outside there, but that was the one that got called back. You see sacks today, Leon Lett with a couple and Chavis with one on this day, and you see one of the other catches Moss had in this one. Cunningham, 223 yards on the day with 2 touchdowns. As you also see Cunningham on that big throw to Randy Moss, that flea flicker that just barely threaded the needle and found Moss. As this was a big day for him, 186 yards receiving and a touchdown. As you see, Pios, the only other guy that had a touchdown for the Knights, as he had the game there. 22 yards rushing for Walter Payton, as the defense of Lexington was able to stop everything that they tried to do on the ground. As Randall Cunningham just had a big day. Unitas with 97 yards and a touchdown. It wasn't the worst day for him, but just could not get anything going really offensively, and that's what caused a big problem for the Knights, is that they just were lackluster at best. As we check out player of the game, I know I've not done this enough throughout the series, but Randy Moss gets player of the game awards. 7 receptions, 186 yards and a touchdown, as he has been doing very well for himself. Now up to about 700 yards receiving. Randy Moss has just been a big guy for us. As we'll check out the stats, taking a look. Cunningham 116.8 rating with 57%, 11 for 19, 223 yards. He had 1 touchdown on the day. As Unitas was 9 for 21 on the day, 42%, 53.1 rating, 97 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Rushing, Walter Payton, 12 rushes for 22 yards for less than 2 yards a carry. Barry Sanders, though, 24 attempts, 128 yards at over 5 yards a carry with 2 touchdowns. Receiving wise, Randy Moss, again, the 1 touchdown, 7 for 186. Longest being the 44-yarder that he had earlier. Walter Payton, 4 for 49, and the longest being a 34-yarder. Rocket Ishmael, 3 for 27. Pete Pios with 2 for 21 as he got a touchdown. And then a number of catches for Sanders, Galton, Gibbs, and Husak, each of them getting less than 20, as Barry Sanders really couldn't get anything moving for himself. As we check out the defense there. Doty with 8 tackles on the day. Leon Lett able to get 6 tackles and 2 sacks, while Jack Tatum had 5 tackles and 1 sack, half a sack, as he had 1 assist. Lewis ended up with 3 tackles. Tatum had 3. Shockey also had 3, as New York's Tatum also had a pass deflection in this one. Shockey with 3. Kendorn Jr. with 3, Lloyd with 3, as well as Romo with 3. 2 tackles for McAfee, Richard, Steelan, Noel, Thomas, Edmonds, and Naol with a couple of tackles. A couple of assisted. Jones, Conrad, and Grady also with it, as Naol was the other guy that had the half sack for Lexington. As the kicking, Conway able to hit both of his field goals, the longest being the 37-yarder. So I appreciate you guys watching. Definitely was a really good game today, and really surprised that we're on a bit of a winning streak. So it is 4 in a row. So I hope you guys stay tuned. If you like what you see, like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and we will be back with more action later on. I hope you have a great rest of your day. May God bless you.